Hawaii's energy goal is simple. 40% of our power must come from renewable energy by the year 2030. And while that may seem like a long while off, the journey has already begun. Businesses are opting for more efficient energy use as a way to cut costs, and residents are beginning to comprehend that what they do or don't do today will affect tomorrow. A wise use of resources now will ensure we have energy today and tomorrow.
Aloha! Welcome to Energy Today, today's technology and energy for you. I'm Valen, and in this episode, I'll be turning it over to Ashley for an exciting edition of Bites TV. Then we head back to Halava's Xeriscape Garden to learn about aquaponics. But first, let's head on over to the state capitol to check out the new recycling partnership between Dell and Goodwill Industries of Hawaii.
Thursday, November 8th, 2012 marked the beginning of a new partnership between Dell and Goodwill Industries of Hawaii. A press conference was held at the governor's office on the 5th floor of the state capitol building to mark this momentous occasion.
So today we had a press conference, and we're honored to have our governor here as well to introduce our new program, the Dell Reconnect program with Goodwill, which we're recycling computer parts, which I think is great for this, not only for the environment, but with our ever-changing world and constant innovation. It's important to also have a clean energy source and a consciousness of the environment with that innovation.
Today we're celebrating the kickoff of a partnership with Dell and Goodwill to create electronic waste recycling take-back through all of the Goodwill Oahu facilities here.
Dell, being a large seller of computers, has a large organization that can help to obtain the resources to recycle the amount of e-waste that's located in Hawaii. And Goodwill on their end has the service centers that can collect these, and it'll help their mission in developing the people that need help in finding jobs. As a board member of Goodwill, I believe we have the opportunity to support the community in Hawaii by helping the underprivileged be more work capable and getting them into the workforce. And from that standpoint, I think the board members have a very good and large opportunity to help in the community.
So often when consumers decide to get a new device, they don't know what to do with the previous device. I mean, at Dell we have a take-back program where we will, for free, give any of our customers the packaging and the mailing, and we'll pay for everything to come back and we'll recycle it.
Although it is new to the islands, this partnership between Dell and Goodwill has already been introduced to many other states across the country.
44 other states we've created a partnership with Goodwill, but in Hawaii in particular, they're going to create a drop-off opportunity where people can bring their old electronic waste, whether it's a computer monitor or a keyboard or a printer, anything associated with a computer. Goodwill will accept it free of charge. The consumer doesn't have to pay anything. Goodwill will then, we will then take it, we'll either refurbish, reuse, we'll recycle it, we'll take out components that are still of value.
Both companies have taken on the responsibility of keeping unnecessary waste out of our landfills, so it was only natural that they would decide to join forces.
Dell has an incredible commitment, and it starts at the top, to help consumers do what's right for the planet, to recycle, reuse their technology products. We've invested a great deal of time, money, effort trying to help people recycle at no charge to the consumer. We're hoping to accomplish a 1 billion pound goal of take-back weight by 2014. So the partnership with Goodwill was a natural because they're perfectly positioned to allow consumers convenient places for drop-off, but their mission is so incredible to allow us an opportunity to not only get that recycling going in a place for consumers to bring things back at no charge, to help Goodwill in their mission is a twofer. We both win. The environment wins, the Dell wins because we get those products back, and we can help Goodwill in their great efforts.
Goodwill is probably one of the first, Goodwill made recycling probably popular. We started recycling long before recycling was in vogue. And so this just makes it a perfect partnership with Dell.
It's no secret that our world is ever changing and innovative, and with that innovation there needs to be a common goodwill for the environment. So I think it's great that two companies looking out for the greater good of our world are coming together to do this clean initiative.
There's going to be a kickoff event on Saturday the 10th, November 10th, across from Ward Warehouse, and it's from 10 to 5. And what will happen there is anyone who has any e-waste, computer-related materials, can drop off their things there, and Goodwill will collect it.
Right now, we're excited that this is the launch of our Dell Reconnect program, and we're at the corner of Ward Warehouse and Alamana Boulevard, and it also coincides with the Discover Kaka'ako event going on, so we're really excited that Ward merchants and Ward centers have come together to promote this event for Dell and Dell Reconnect and Goodwill Industries of Hawaii.
Today we're doing a donation drive, receiving all computer and accessories, printers, scanners, copiers for the day to bring in e-waste out of the islands. We're not accepting any big appliances because e-waste covers a broad spectrum, and we're just doing computers. So we're not taking TVs, we're not taking DVD players, stereos, radios, and things like that. Just things that are dealing with computers. We're accepting computers, computer accessories, peripherals, laptops, drives, printers, and anything that's connected to a computer, we're accepting.
We're excited that this is an ongoing program, and we're going to be collecting computer accessories, computer components at every drop-off location and Goodwill store on the island of Oahu. I can name some of the stores like Kaimuki, Beretania, Pearl, Kapolei, Wahiawa, Waipahu, and even at our As Is store, and throughout many of our attended donation centers throughout the island. And if you'd like the exact location, you can go to www.higoodwill.org for the exact location and the address.
Today we're hoping Hawaii will join us in reaching our goal of at least 30,000 pounds of e-waste computer accessories that we have. I'm pretty sure we're on our way there. So far this month we turned in already 12,000 pounds, so good 20,000 pounds more and we're there.
And Hawaii is so generous, and we're so fortunate that the people on Oahu have joined us on our quest to keep more items out of Hawaii's landfills.
The launch of the program could not have come at a better time, as November 15th is America Recycles Day, a fitting start to what looks to be a very promising initiative in Hawaii.
I'd just like to say that it's truly an honor to be a part of the Goodwill team of volunteers, and whether we're making a difference in the environment or on our Goodwill Goes Glam Squad through fashion, truly is bettering people's lives, and I think that is above all what's most important.
Serving on the Goodwill board has been an honor and a privilege. The organization does so many good things for our community with the workforce development, with helping the impaired adults, disabled adults, with so many other of their programs, and they do a great job with it.
This can't be done alone. We can't do it by ourselves. The partnership with Dell and Goodwill is fantastic, but we couldn't have done it without the governor's leadership, without the state of Hawaii, without the incredible effort and help by the Goodwill employees. It's a team effort for an incredible outcome, and we are so grateful for all of the energies put in by all of those partners in this effort.
After the break, we'll be checking in with Ashley over at Bytes TV to hear about the latest news to come out of the tech world. All that and more after this.
Got Vegas on your mind? Get Vacations Hawaii on the line. Hawaii's #1 choice to Las Vegas has everything you need to get to Vegas, including new wide-body 767s with 3 classes of travel. Call today for all-inclusive charter, group, or custom travel packages. 591-4777. Vacations Hawaii, your reliable and direct connection to Las Vegas.
At PCAT, we work and play like you do. We surf, teach, participate in charity softball games. We maintain networks, and we've sailed the Pacific. We spend time with children and dream about a bright future. Actually, we do more than dream. We train motivated professionals to excel in technology fields. You don't have to go away for training. PCAP brings the resources to you. So now the ball's in your hands. Get the advanced technology training you need right here in Hawaii.
Hey guys, up next I hand it off to Ashley to see what's going on in the tech world. That's right, Bytes TV.
Hey guys, it's Ashley welcoming you to Bytes TV, where I'll be bringing you the latest in tech news, gadgets, and tips. In this edition of Bytes TV, it's a blast from the past as we revisit an award-winning segment that was produced several months back. It won us a coveted Telly Award, a prestigious nationwide competition that honors the best in film and television. So sit back and relax as we once again bring to you this award-winning segment.
How's it? Welcome to Hawaii News Now. Come on in. This is our Studio B. This is where the morning show tapes all their musical guests. We also do like the coaches show in here, and other auxiliary things to our news product is taped in here where we need more space. It's not really used on a night-to-night basis with our newscast, but with Sunrise, it's used a lot because you can see there's the room, there's the acoustics, makes the musical guests feel more at home out here, and just a nice little space that we got. Oh, follow me now. This is the heartbeat of our TV station. This is called Master Control. What they do in Master Control is they control everything that goes on the air. These guys are the whizzes, the brains. They're not too handsome, but these guys are the brilliant guys that make sure our programming goes on 24 hours a day, every day. That's why we put them back here because, you know, anyway.
We might be the most gorgeous people in the room.
You know, I beg to differ.
Oh my God.
You guys are, actually, he's better looking than you.
Are you? No way, I'm younger.
Oh yeah, okay. As you can see, they're a bunch of characters. But these guys are brilliant. They run the commercials, they run all the TV shows, the game shows, whatever it is, it all emanates out of here. And if these guys go to sleep, then you won't see our shows anywhere on TV. So we really take care of these guys because they take care of us. From that, we move into our control room. This is where we run our news products. We have the producers sit here, the technical directors sit here, and they decide how our news product goes on air. They choose all the camera shots, they type the scripts from here, and they adjust the news as it moves along and as it flows and goes home. So brilliant people working in here. Gosh, look at all these. I mean, how smart you gotta be to look at this board and know what you're looking at. And we have a handful of people that are trained just to do that, and they're the best in the industry. Okay, now, obviously, not only do we have to have sights, we also have to have sounds. This is AC Aaron Chun.
Hey, how's it going?
He's our audio guy for today. Brilliant, like most of the people that work here, well, the technicians. He's the one that makes sure you hear the right sounds at the right time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hagi! Yay!
See, we got to take care of these guys because if they don't like us and we mess up, they can really make us look bad. But on the other hand, they also make us sound really, really much better than we normally sound. So thank you, AC.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, from the darkened halls of all the tech stuff to the back scenes, we have our newsroom. So this is where the producers sit, this is where the reporters sit, and they quietly put together all the stories that we're working on for the day. We have edit bays over here. People are brilliant. They put together the video with the sound and edit it all together and make it, you know, some of the best journalism comes right out of this room. And then we have our news director in the corner over there. Sports is over in the corner as well. And, you know, everything happens in this room. Right now it's a little quiet, but as we get closer to news time, you know, communication just starts to move at a furious pace, and that's when, you know, voices start getting raised, and there's a lot of passion going on, a lot of action and movement out of here in this newsroom. So from all the manic activity out in the newsroom, we come to the quiet sanctuary that is the weather cave. Not really a cave, but a weather bubble. We're insulated from what happens out there. They kind of leave us alone, leave us to our own devices. We come in here every day, whether it's Dan Cook, Ben Gutierrez, Malika Dudley, or myself, and we look at the weather, we figure out what's important, what's happening out there, and what we should be telling you with regard to the weather, with regard to the ocean, with regard to your safety. Now, there's a lot of stuff coming into this machine in particular. We're talking about satellite imagery. We're talking about radar imagery, different types of satellite data, and we can customize this to any part of the world. The thing about weather that I want people to understand is that the science and art of weather forecasting isn't perfect, nor will it ever be perfect. But I can tell you, in the 15, 16 years that I've been doing this, weather forecasting has gotten a lot better, a lot more accurate. But because we're talking about something as nebulous as nature, it's never going to be something that we can nail on a 100% basis. It's just not going to happen. But it's funny because people expect it and expect the weatherman to come up with 100% forecast. And when we don't, oh boy, I hear it all the time. But that's okay. Our batting average, I'm talking about on the whole, weather forecasters on the whole, I think we're batting about 700, which is better than any baseball player ever batted in their life. I used to do wave forecasting starting back in 1980. And that one particular science has come light years from where it was back then. Now we can tell you almost to the hour, almost to the size, how big and when a swell is going to hit. We never knew that before. Also, the other thing that's really helped is the advent of smartphones and people sending in video and pictures to us immediately. You know, last year we had a twin funnel cloud that happened right off the South Shore. I don't know if you remember it, but it was fantastic. And it was rare to catch a funnel cloud, you know, because nobody would have a camera on, nobody would have any video equipment. But now everybody's got these things. So now we're seeing stuff like lightning pictures, we're seeing way more funnel clouds and water spouts, and we're seeing just weather conditions from across the state and around the world. We're seeing them immediately. And that in of itself has been an unbelievable innovation. All right, one of the really fun parts of my job is something that I started doing first. I started showing surf pictures on the news and incorporating it into my surf forecast, because you can see now how the conditions were that day. We can show you exactly what happened. I can tell you that Kelly Slater was on the North Shore just yesterday ripping it up. And before I started incorporating these surf shots into it, it never would have happened, though. Those surf shots would be late and they used to be really old. And from a surfer's standpoint, you want to know what the conditions were like today. So they can relate to the numbers that I give them afterwards. I can tell them 5 to 7, you saw what the pictures were like. That's what you can expect tomorrow, or it's going to be bigger than what you saw. So that's what part of the thing that I take a little bit of credit for, and it makes me feel so excited.
When we come back, we'll be taking a trip over to the Border Water Supply Xeriscape Garden in Halava to learn about a type of water technology called aquaponics. That story is coming up after this.
The holidays are here at Ben Franklin Crafts. We have everything you need to create your own season. Cheers to the glamour of champagne and ice with cool platinum, elegant sparkles, and shimmery silver. Show your wild style with holiday chic, fashionable animal prints, and more. 'Tis the season for fa la la with cheery bright reds and greens. Come see all of our holiday themes and projects galore. There's so much to inspire you to create your own season here at Ben Franklin Crafts.
Hawaii State Federal Credit Union invites you to discover Kaka'ako every second Saturday of the month at Ward Centers. Join us from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. for a day of food, music, and fashion. A variety of food trucks and food vendors will be on site serving up some of their signature dishes. Come check out all the latest fashion trends at the main stage during the Fall Fashion Show, and after that, stick around for a free concert with Legion 9. Come discover Kaka'ako at Ward Centers every second Saturday of the month from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Welcome back. Up next, we'll be taking a look at the Halava Xeriscape Garden. Owned by the Board of Water Supply, this garden serves as a hub of knowledge where visitors can learn more on water conservation. Let's take a look.
Vegetables so fresh it's like they were pulled from the earth minutes ago. But there's no soil in sight, not even a traditional garden. Welcome to the world of aquaponics.
Aquaponics, a lot of people say it's the marriage of aquaculture and hydroponics, but since a lot of marriages don't last, it's more a blending of the two, merging the two together.
Rachel Watkins is the regional director of the Aquaponics Association of the United States. She maintains vegetables and fruit grow well in water, even better than in soil.
Lettuce grows better in water. Watercress grows better in water. In aquaculture, you spend all your time cleaning the tanks, trying to get the waste out so the fish don't die. Hydroponics, you have to have all this machinery that injects chemicals every hour or every 2 hours or whatever.
But with her aquaponics system, Watkins doesn't need to haul out the clunky garden tools. Growing vegetables or fruit this way is simplicity at its best.
We put some fish in a tank and some plants in some beds, run a pump around them, and that's all you do.
Okay, but what's the fish for? Is it really necessary?
Absolutely need fish, or some people try it with snails, crawdads, things like that. But you do need the fish. You must have the fish. They are the fertilizer for the plants.
An aquaponics, or at least Watkins' aquaponics system, is extremely cost-effective. She uses recycled materials to build her system and gets many of the materials free or for next to nothing.
This was an old shelf that we had laying around, and the person who made it said it cost $25 for the paint, and that's all. Everything else was free. A little aquarium we had laying around, we put a pump in it. We took these small barrels, cut the top out. You put a little, what they call a uniseal here, run pipes through it. And here we have just a simple water bed, nothing but water. Everything is growing on water.
Red and black lava rock cinders are placed in the top barrel. 2-inch styrofoam with holes bored through goes in the middle tier, and the fish is in the bottom, swimming happily along, probably unaware of his importance in this efficient ecological system.
This one, my worker fixed it so that the water goes from the fish, takes the fish waste up into here, filters it through the cinders down to, you can see it's right now as the siphon has gone off and the water is pouring down to this one, which makes it pour down to this one, which makes an amusement park for the fish because they love to sit under that water that's coming down on them. It's really kind of funny.
Watkins says the plants are getting all the nitrogen they need from the natural bacteria in the system.
We don't put them in there, they just happen to come into the system, and they break down the waste, which is ammonia from the fish, and turn it into nitrites, and then along comes another type of bacteria turning it into nitrates, which gives the plants their nitrogen.
Watkins says you don't need to feed or weed the plants, nor do you have to clean your aquarium. The systems can be built to meet your individual needs. If you don't have much room, you can use a small tank. If you have a yard and want to be adventurous, you can move on to something a little more substantial.
Or in a bigger system, a lot of times we take our plants that are just getting started, like this broccoli right here. This broccoli's quite small at the moment. But when it gets a little bigger, it'd be a bigger plant. So you would put it into a floating area that has the holes put further apart, not quite so close.
And it's not just the vegetables you can eat. The fish are for dinner too.
But on a bigger tank, you can put in here, this is a 55-gallon drum. It probably holds 40 gallons, maybe 35. You could put 10 fish and when they're small and raise them up and then eat one, and then you'd have 9 and just go down that way.
Watkins has had a lot of success growing a variety of crops.
But I did this year harvest a cantaloupe that was this big. Yeah. I was able to put it into a, use mosquito netting and make a bag and put it around it, and yeah, you can. But this squash right here, this chayote or pipanellish, I harvested this morning off of my plants. We have lettuce to eat, celery to eat, okra, spinach, green onions, green beans.
And don't forget the fish. Whatever you grow, you know it's natural and fresh.
There is nothing like, to me, going out and cutting your lettuce and taking celery and getting a green onion, add some watercress. You don't know what fresh is until you do that. You can go to the store and you can buy it and it tastes good, but when you eat it fresh, there's a total difference. There's an absolute difference.
If you want to learn more about aquaponics, log on to aquaponicscommunity.com.
Don't go away because we got lots more for you after this.
Millions of people log onto the internet every day. Social media sites are the web's most popular destinations. They provide an easy way for people to stay in touch with friends and family, and even make new friends. Your company can network with clients in the same way. Our team of social media experts can help you deliver fresh and engaging content to hundreds of social media sites. The kind of content that gets clients excited about doing business with you. EmergingNewMedia.com.
And that's all the time we have for you on this episode of Energy Today. Be sure to check out our Facebook and Twitter pages at the links below. And don't forget to catch us on OC16 every Mondays at 6. Aloha and stay green.